Representatives Rashida Tlaib, Democrat of Michigan, and Alan Lowenthal, Democrat of Michigan, wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post on Saturday asking for President Trump to release congressionally approved aid to Palestine to help combat the coronavirus pandemic. The Palestinian people are particularly vulnerable at this moment, Tlaib and Lowenthal wrote, citing a decision by President Trump in 2018 to eliminate funding to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian refugees in the Near East. The UNRWA provides humanitarian aid to Palestinian refugees. According to the article, the held-up aid adds up to $75 million that was appropriated with bipartisan support by Congress. While COVID-19 does not recognize borders, we must recognize that without aid and assistance, the Palestinian people will be greatly affected by this health crisis, Tlaib and Lowenthal wrote. The two asserted that division and nationalism has undermined the global response to the pandemic, and by withholding funding to international bodies like the World Health Organization and certain groups of people, the Trump administration has pursued counterproductive policies that make the world less safe, they said. Last month, Trump announced that the United States will halt funding to the World Health Organization pending an investigation for what he deemed to be a mismanagement of the coronavirus outbreak. So, I usually will critique members of the squad for being overrated and, all the little rhetoric stuff. This is actually something I agree with entirely. When you go out of your way to not assist with a virus that has found itself going from country to country in terms of other countries being able to repress it as well, you kind of are setting yourself up to keep getting screwed with by this virus, because even if we contain it here, but you choose to, let's say screw the Palestinians, let them all get infected, one of them could come over here and then give it to an American. Because as she pointed out along with Lowenthal, viruses don't recognize borders, so they're not going to just stop because, oh, I'm in the US now, so I can't infect anyone. And Palestinians probably, along with the Yemenis, if that's the correct term, Yemen civilians they're probably, out of all the people across these different countries I have no affiliation with, have my largest amount of empathy. Because, you already had to deal with being dehumanized by the Israeli government. Now you've got the U.S. Screwing with you during a pandemic as well. That's why I said we're just run by pricks that don't care about human lives, even at the cost of potentially their own or people that live within the same country as themselves. So it's a good article. I doubt it's going to actually change anything. But again, it's nice to see a perspective on it that's aligned with mine.